What's up, guys? SmashPad Executive Editor Dan Victorio here, and this is SmashPad's Top 10 Games of 2024. For those of you new to the site, or those of you who don't know how our Game of the Year segment works, basically, everybody on the staff submits their top games of the year, and we use that list to go ahead and formulate or tabulate our results for our overall top 10 list. That way, it's all math, and there are no arguments.
For you.
So
I
anyway,
you'd show up early enough. I suppose the girl next to you
what we
is
normally
your
do is once we have that top 10, we do a quick let's play for all the games that are featured, and here we are now. So this is number 10 on our list, and I'm happy to say it is The Legend of Heroes, Trails Through Daybreak. This was number 2 on my overall Game of the Year list, scoring 9 points. And yeah, this game is awesome. So let's go ahead and
relationship.
do this quick part here. So what you're seeing here is the very beginning of the game. The guy with blue hair is the protagonist, the main character. His name is Van Arkride, and the girl to his left is Agnes Claudel. And basically, she hired him to take on a job, and now he's showing her around the town of Edith. So I'm just going through the motions here, skipping all this stuff. What I wanted to do was walk us through a dungeon in the game. The dungeons and trails are pretty simple. They pretty much follow one linear path, and you pretty much just see it from the very, very beginning. But yeah, anyway, before we get there, we have to actually go there first. Again, this is the town of Edith. You have the full map here. It looks like we can't go that way, so let's go ahead and look for where we're supposed to go on the map. That is indicated by the red exclamation mark you see there on the map. So we'll go ahead and investigate this. And, just a little bit of a background on Van. He is what's called a Spriggan. He is somebody who operates in the gray area of morality and the law. He does not work for the police, though he does help them sometimes. And he is not a full-on criminal, but also he helps them sometimes. It just depends on what he's feeling. And yeah, if anything, he's a mercenary, but he's allowed to just, take and reject some good jobs as you go.
His nose is as sharp as ever.
And, if you've played a Trails game before, or namely the original Sky Trilogy, you should know who this person is talking, but I won't go too much into those details. The cool thing about Trails Through Daybreak is that if you've never gone into the series, this is a great place to start because it's the first game in a new region, and there isn't a whole lot of information that you need to know from the previous games. This is a fresh start place. The main thing, though, is that if you decide to continue with this series, you will have to know people eventually, though I'm assuming you're eventually going to meet people and they'll explain things along the way, but it isn't recommended. This is the 11th game in the series, for that matter. So this is the first dungeon in the game. You're seeing one of the monsters here, and basically Van is worried about Agnes, but Agnes is also trained in combat, as you can see with her orbital staff here, and Van has his trusty big sword. And now we're talking about the Orbment Quartz system. For those unfamiliar, it's pretty much like the materia system from Final Fantasy VII. But it also allows for more freedom, in my opinion. Forewarning, I am playing on New Game Plus, so I have a lot of quartz already that I should not have. In fact, if I were playing this from the very beginning and never played it before with a fresh file, all those slots here wouldn't even be open. I actually unlocked these over the course of the game. And with New Game Plus, you carry your level and your quartz over to the new game. A lot of diehards have beaten Trails games more than once, but these are really long games. I think it took me over 90, no, maybe a little bit over 100 hours to finish this game. This is a really long one. And Trails games are normally really long. Mainly because of the dialogue, and the cutscenes are rather long. In fact, I just skipped through 3 of them in this Let's Play alone. So yeah, they do get a bit lengthy. And yeah, right now I'm just cheating by equipping some of the best quartz I have, but I'm not going to do all of it. I don't want to spend too much time here. I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. And now we're ready to move on. These Trails games are infamous for showing like really long tutorial pages that no one really needs, but at the same time it's easy enough for you to just go ahead and pick up. Then again, I'm talking as someone who has played the entire series, so. Alright, we have some enemies that have showed up here. So for those wondering, the Trail series has traditionally been had a turn-based battle system. So here you have that, and again, like I have a lot of magic spells that I should not have at this point in the game, but just for the sake of getting things done quick, I'm just going to show you guys one of the spells that can take out all three enemies here. When they were talking earlier, basically they were just saying these enemies are not particularly weak to physical attacks, they want to be using magic, which is exactly what I did here. So yeah, I made quick work with those little ghost wisp things. Let's do our best to skip through this dialogue. Now, Trails Through Daybreak does have a hybrid battle system, and we're going to show you that in a little bit. So first, it's going to show that we can go ahead and switch party leaders. And this is effective as far as, like, you know, you want to be able to switch weapons. Like, Van can only use his sword, as you can see here, and it's pretty nifty. Let's go ahead and run, use On Yes here. And On Yes can use her staff so she can go ahead and battle at a distance. So, again, like, I am over leveled. I am at level 75. I should not be able to kill these enemies using just field attacks. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that this is a hybrid battle system. If I was playing the game, you know, with a fresh file, it would take forever to beat those enemies using just these field attacks, and I would actually be forced to go into turn-based to take them out that way. But again, for purposes of this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and kill them this way, just to show you guys the layout of this dungeon. Alright, let's go ahead and go through this door and kill these dudes.
Looks like he's deep in thought.
I just showed you the dodge mechanic, and here I went ahead and utilized shards, which would put us into the turn-based combat mode, and yeah, it took 0 damage, so now I'm using my magic here. So Hydro Cannon to get to this guy, and Van can go ahead and use Aerial Dust on this guy. Alright. Moving on.
No hostile targets found.
As you can see here, I just killed that wall. If you look at the map, you'll see that there was a little bit of a gap there, and that pretty much tells you that there's something going on in that particular room should you get stuck. So here we're learning about S-boosts. Basically what they do is they power up some of the moves that you're using, and along with that, you can see here that there's 2 circles with On Yes and Van. Basically, it allows them to do link attacks, which were started in Trails of Cold Steel. And here it's a little bit easier because all you have to do is move your character next to that character. In previous Trails games, while you could move around in turn-based mode on the plane, it didn't actually really do anything except for give you a better edge for your attacks. Like, for example, if you're too far away, obviously you can't use melee, you have to use a magic attack. So moving your character around does matter in this game a whole lot more. Alright, learning about all those bonuses, not too important.
Suggesting
We'll
magic
eventually.
attacks.
And yeah, let's just go ahead and take
Battle
these guys
finished.
out.
Now processing data. Charge attack available.
Keep moving ahead.
Cool.
Well then,
Moving on.
let's get to
Destroy
work.
these
Battle
bats with
finished.
Anis's
Now
stab.
processing data.
Let's get to this chest
Suggesting
first.
magic attacks.
Let's
There
keep
we go.
moving ahead.
Got hit 1, rather useless item at this point, and let's just continue with the rest of the dungeon. So as you walk through, you'll be able to unchart more of the map here. And alright, so this one is just going to talk about how dangerous this enemy is because of a deadly strike, and you can always use the circle button to avoid or to dodge.
Watch out.
You also have a powerful R2 move here, and we can pick that out. Alright, so that guy hit us, and basically what that does is gives him an advantage in the turn-based battle. But, again, we're over level, so this is not going to be a problem. See, that guy moves behind him, and that way he can get an advantage on his attack. Alright, getting rid of this guy, getting rid of this cat thing, and we can move forward. We can talk about how awesome we are in battle. Skip that, you don't need to see all that. But yeah, this game isn't really all that difficult unless you
Whoops.
put it on hard mode.
Let's turn
And
back.
here we have another
Hold
one
your
of these
horses,
puzzles,
girl.
and all you have
You
to
should
do
look
is just
around a
find the
little more.
gear to find that brick, and now we have
Hidden
another
entrance?
passageway we can get through
Huh,
here.
Guys, nothing if not
And
thorough.
right here we have a
Side
save
out should
point.
be dead
So
ahead.
normally when you reach the save point, that's either going to be the end of the dungeon,
Just what
or
I
you're about to
needed.
fight a boss. And it's going to be both in this case.
Oh, wow.
So we're treated to a cutscene, and for this one we can't go through
Can't get much
dialogue
more
all that
Middle
quick.
Ages
So
than
what I'm going to
this.
do is go through high speed mode.
Gargoyles, huh?
If you press
Maybe
the
Giacomo had a better eye for
touchpad on the
hideouts than I
PS5
thought.
controller, you can go into high speed, which will pretty much just fast forward through the boring stuff in the game.
Look at
and
that.
Yeah, I mean, not really boring, but
It's the spitting image of
if
that
you're like
picture
me,
you
you've
showed
already
me.
played this. You don't need to hear
It
it all
really
again.
is. It perfectly matches the sketches in my
And
great-grandfather's
I believe every
diaries.
Trails game
I finally
has
found it.
the high speed mode. So when you're
I'm
going
happy
through
for
long
ya.
corridors and things like
So
that,
it
it's
really
really
does
useful
look
in
like
that
an
regard.
ornament. But why is it glowing? Get back!
Alright. So these ghosts are basically going to activate the gargoyles we have here.
It went inside the statue.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, Charlie Haas did a wonderful job as the voice of Van.
Are they resonating?
Alright, Gargoyle
Van?
Remain.
We're gonna have to take care of these guys before we can make with your memento. But I know that's not enough to stop you at this point, right? Time to bust out your crafts, SCLMs, the works. Because here's where the real show begins.
Right. Activating shot.
Sorry, I should
Time to
correct
put
myself.
this
It
to
wasn't
use.
Charlie Haas, it was Damian Haas. Charlie Haas is a WWE superstar, well, former wrestler. My bad there. Anyway, we now have access to our S-crafts.
It's working.
And basically those are our ultimate moves, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. But basically I want to show you how cool they are. Like, you can go ahead and attack twice, but the cool thing about the S-crafts is that you're actually able to use them out of turn. So I'm gonna do that right now, and yeah, when you do your super, it shows what the move is called, and a little awesome animation like this, Van showing the badass that he is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. They're gonna die, and yeah. So 2025 is gonna be a great year for Trails. We're not only getting the sequel to this game on Valentine's Day, but we're also getting Trails in the Sky First Chapter, a remake of the very first game in the series. I
The
believe
mages
coming
of the
out
Middle
next
Ages
fall.
left behind some damn
And
tough guardians
we
for
also
us.
have East versus Trails,
bugs me why they
another
pick now of all
game
times
that
to
came out on the
start
PSP
moving.
that hasn't come out in the West yet. So
Well,
yeah,
whatever.
this has been
You
our
really stepped
top
up.
10 game, and we'll see you in a bit for number 9.